You are now listening to Sembang Panas Podcast.
Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Sembang Panas. Okay, guys, this episode is gonna be a bit different. We're gonna be speaking in English because we got a special guest in the house.
Yep.
But before that, don't forget this podcast is brought to you by Team Ray M. Why you running, Gala?
Selalu you dulu apa?
Okay, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it in English now.
Yes.
Again. Whoever wants to diet and do not want to work out, 2 products, 1 practice.
The product one practice consists of Unimate and BioLife S. Unimate you take in the morning and BioLife S before lunch and dinner.
Yes, guys. And if you guys want more information or if you guys want to know how you guys can actually purchase your 2 product 1 practice, it's really quite simple. Just click the link on our individual bios. Mine is IDE Sham.
And Azia.
Saiful Jazim.
And we'll see you guys in just a bit. See you guys later. Bye.
Podcast cakap betul, tak ada soro-soro. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada soro-soro. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada soro-soro. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada soro-soro. Siapa-siapa boleh go, semua kita undang. Siapa berani masuk, jangan sebat temberang. Al-Kisah bikin panas macam goreng pisang, itu sudah terang. Panggil semua geng-geng minat turun, jom masuk gelanggang. Jom masuk studio, dah berapa banyak idol, kita kasih sampai viral. Al-Kisah dapat title, ini Sembang Panas. It's not for the weak, ini Sembang Panas. Real love on the mix, boom. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang panas, 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 panas.
Yo, what is up, people? Nama saya IDE. My name is IDE Sham.
And Azia.
Saiful Jazim.
I'm so sorry, guys, but it's just so weird finally doing 1 episode in English. Alright, guys, so like I mentioned just now, our episode today will be in English because we have a very special guest in the house. And our guest is I think really, really quite well known in TikTok.
Yeah.
Right now, as we are recording, we are on TikTok live as well. And a lot of people in the comment section are commenting where our guest has been.
Yeah.
And most of them are commenting from their own schools,
Yeah.
especially secondary schools. So yeah, not only that, our guest is also someone with an interesting story. Someone who has actually served 8 years in prison from the age of 18 to 26 for manslaughter. Now with a mission to free people from their prisons. It's time for us to find out more. But before that, do help us to welcome David King. Is that a good intro? Or is that like, can you guys stop introing me that way? I think you have been in a lot of interviews, right?
Yeah.
So do they always introduce you that way?
I mean, usually if media not really lah, but of course in schools they do. But
Okay.
I usually ask them to
Tone down a bit.
try to keep it a suspense until I come and break the news lah. So they just tell the good part first. Then suddenly I'll come and tell them what is the real thing. So I would usually start with this sentence.
Okay.
I was in jail. That's the intro. Boom, everybody shocked. All quiet already.
Okay. But that one at school, bang. You know why? Because at school, the kids are there already. Cannot scroll, cannot run away. This one, on Spotify, on TikTok, need to be fast, bang. You lambat a bit, people scroll already. Must give the intro first, very fast.
Must catch them first.
Okay, bang.
Okay, now your stay,
Now your stay already. I give you all the spicy part already. Okay, so can you share with us a little bit about yourself? Who is David King, for those who are asking?
Okay, maybe you can just anytime just feel free to ask questions.
Alright.
If I introduce, I don't know. Usually in school, I introduce takes 1 hour. So
Who?
yeah.
Okay, 3 episode today, bang.
Yeah. Okay, so intro. Well, I am currently 42 years old, and I'm also. I mean, I look 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you fool like that?
Fu.
Like it's a bad thing.
No, like Fu. I don't know. Saya
Oh.
itu.
No, it was the different Fu, okay? Your Fu just now was Fu.
Fu Yung.
Oh, really? You're still very young. Okay. You all will come there. You all will come there.
Hey, don't say too early. Someone later trigger. Reaching 40 soon.
Yeah, for once, I'm not the oldest here today.
Okay, so well, I was from a troubled childhood when I was young, and then eventually joined gangs and got into a lot of trouble. I was actually in about 9 gangs in my life.
9 gangs.
Yeah, 9 gangs.
9 gangs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So people, it was a series of gangs within about 3 years.
3 years.
I think 15 to about 18 lah, you know. Yeah. So
So people jump job, you jump gang.
yeah, people chain t-shirt, I chain gang.
Oh, tukar ni Melayu cakap tukar baju macam tukar suara dalam.
Correct.
Fu.
Tukar
Okay,
baju macam tukar suara dalam.
Yeah.
I thought it's tukar kerja macam tukar suara dalam.
No.
Oh.
It's, if you're in a gang and then you keep changing. That's
Baju
what people say.
Oh.
Baju. Saiful backup Backup
I
Saiful.
tell you my Malay is very bad, right? You know that, right?
Alright. So wait, you took how many gangs in total?
9.
9 gangs.
Yeah.
Okay, but before we even get to the gangs part, let's start from the first one. 18 to 26 years old in prison. That's like the whole of your young adulthood gone just like that. But I just want to know, like, everyone has a story why they actually join a gang.
Yep.
So what's yours?
I think most of us who join a gang want an identity. Okay, so sometimes we think that we don't know, life is meaningless, and then we get friends who are able to relate to, you know, and then why not be part of this in-group lah. Joining a gang, everybody wants to be part of an in-group lah. If you can't be part of the coolest gang or coolest group, then if these people are recruiting and want you to be part, you feel that someone wants you.
A sense of belonging.
A sense of belonging,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So that's one of the particular reason why people join gang, or maybe it could be me as well. And then of course the other part would be the lack of attention elsewhere, you know, whether it's family or relatives, you know, or being there. You know, last time the parenting was very different, right? So we mostly parents come home, make sure they have food on the table, you know, they do their, you know, bare minimum, or they do their part lah, you know. They let the child grow up, you know. But now this modern day parenting, you try to be there, you try to be the emotional support. It's different from last time now. So
More on the
basically-
ball lah, in a way.
yeah. So last time there's no much of like support lah at home. You know, everyone's tired, so you need a friend, you need someone to you need a mentor in life lah, you know. And then as gang leaders come in, I'm your mentor, you know, I'm here to support you.
Like the abang-abang lah, basically.
Abang-abang.
Abang
Okay,
datang.
when you first wanted to join your first gang, when you mentioned it was 15 years old,
Yeah.
how was it like? Was it like a real gang, or like, you know,
How's the
those
recruitment
cool
like,
kids kind of gang?
Okay. I got interestingly. I mean, my time 1990s lah. Is 15 is already like very early. You know. Now 11 years old already is quite late. Right.
is it?
To join gangs?
I mean nowadays, primary school already all got join gangs already, right? So
Wait, legit.
yeah. I mean,
You look
I
at the
work with
drug
primary-
offenders,
no,
their
no.
age are all younger. What?
Now the thing is, I don't know which one to question. Like, these gang leaders recruiting primary school kids, or the kids wanting to join gangs. That one understandable lah. But why
Why?
you're recruiting? Okay, never mind, we'll get there.
Start them young.
Groom them young
Yeah.
lah. Okay.
Well, coming back to what you were saying, 15 years old, right? Wait, what was the question?
How do how was the gang back then? Like,
Okay, so
the first
was
gang
it
you joined?
a legit gang? or not?
yeah.
So the first gang I joined was part of a legit gang lah, but it was part of a branch. So like they don't really meet with the bigger group lah. We have our own place. But when it first tried, I mean, we usually hang out there, just chill. We only about like 12 to 15 of us every time meet together. But it was a very small group lah. But what really hit me was when we were hanging out there one time, then a rival gang lah, or someone who like their territory lah. So they came over and to tell us that was their territory. You know, and we were just chilling. So we were like 12 people or 10 people, and then we were surrounded like 40 people.
Ui, 40.
More than double.
Yeah. So we thought, wow, that is when it hit me. Oh my goodness, gang is not just chill, you're going to die.
But it was like 40 of around your age group, or they were like
all
older
abings
one?
all Chinese abings. You know?
okay.
All got the brown, gold, blonde hair, everything lah, you know.
So they were slightly older than you.
Yes. They were all older, but all still YP lah in a way, maybe 18, 19, I don't know.
Okay.
A few years a few years older than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were shocked lah, you know. I thought that's gang is no more fun anymore, no? Because I might die today. Yeah, it was like that. You know, we were surrounded lah. Yeah. Well, you want to know the other half? Or
Yeah. Continue.
one of the thing was I mean we in the 1990s we loved this series of movies. I don't know whether you've seen these Cantonese movies or Hokkien movies, Hong Kong movies. You all know Young and
Dangerous.
Yes. So we are all inspired by that kind of movies.
Okay.
So I used to bring a knife to my area where we will hang out. I used to bring an umbrella and put a long knife inside.
From last time people do that already.
Yeah. So
The
that was-
OGs.
so I bring, but I don't intend to use it lah. Just because this movie all inspire us weapons and all this. So I bring for fun only. You know, because sure I'm part of the gang lah. You know, but all my other friends didn't bring lah. You know, it was that. But my gang leader at that point of time, he was thankful that was the knife lah. So he took out the knife in front of them.
Okay. Oh,
And
during that you surrounded.
that conflict lah. You know, when he was talking to their leader. Yeah, and then at that point of time, he took out the knife, and then they suddenly decided not to fight. They decided to warn us lah. Say we all better to not be here when we come back or something like that. So my gang leader also was holding the knife lah in front of them, and they decided not to fight because I think they didn't thought that we will have a
Weapon
and a
Okay, you all are
weapon.
prepared
But
for
there
this.
were
Yeah.
double amount of people and they still back
Yeah,
off.
because they just rely on the leader. The leader say fight, they fight. If the leader say relax, then all will relax.
Okay.
Yeah, probably when they go back, they will scold the leader lah. Why you wanted to leave? You know, we could have. Maybe lah, I don't know. You know, but the leader at that point of time decided to back out
Okay.
Understand.
because he was nearest to the knife, ma. Yeah, so they didn't think that it's going to happen.
Wah, heng say you got that knife. If not, that's it.
Yeah.
Keropok already.
Correct. That's the first time I realized. Oh my goodness, gang is not just play lah.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
There's another side to it. Lah.
And then how did you progress further from first joining that small group?
Progress in what way?
In the gangster way.
Your promotion, your ranking.
Because you joined 9 different gangs, right?
Yeah,
Was it like throughout the years until now, or like during the childhood? Now can say.
Don't say now.
Never mind, I heard the big SSB retire already. Right? the people scared of the most.
Yeah.
You got his number now? I want to interview him.
I'm still in touch with some SSB guys who retired lah, officers. You know, they keep in touch. They even message me sometimes. You know.
But I heard last time SSB like really ganas. I think is it until now the practice or?
I can't say for now how it is lah. I mean, it's been out of touch really, you know. But yeah, last time don't say officers lah. Teacher also whack student, right?
True.
My time
Correct.
teacher slap the student, also the student cannot say anything. Now teacher slap the student, the parent come and slap the teacher.
Last time cannot tell parent. Tell parent give second round.
Double dose.
Correct. Parent also slap. Correct.
Okay, so like my question just also, how did you progress further? Like okay, you like mentioned after that day, you know that it wasn't a play thing, and then but you still continued. Why?
Yeah. Of course, you already you can't leave a game just because you feel fear right now. Right? So you still need to be inside. Of course, it eventually the confidence also grow lah at that point of time. You know, if we have weapon, you know, people will be scared. You know, things like that. You know. And then of course we eventually get to know the bigger group. We used to go to, Kento. I don't know whether you know. There was 2 main clubs at that time. One is Fire, one is Kento.
Okay.
Alright, you all know Fire?
Heard about it.
Can't say that we know.
I don't know.
Sure no Ghana.
I don't know. Sure not.
Yeah.
We don't know.
He don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, he
Itu
don't
Kak
know.
Anas kan? He don't know. She don't know. Mami don't know.
Right. I don't know whether they know fire or not. Right? So the fire is one of the discos. Fire is mostly the Malay community.
Yeah.
Kento will be the Chinese community. Yeah. So these are the two main ones.
Okay.
So of course there also we will have fights and like I would say a few hundred abings will go at one time. Every Saturday tea dance we call it tea dance you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so 400, 500, a lot of abings all will go there. So that makes me like, wow, this is a bigger community of people. Right. So it makes me part of it, you know, that there is a bigger group.
Yeah.
Of course, eventually I left the gang. I mean, there are many things that happened. But then eventually I joined another gang where one of these leader, he became a very big influence in my life in a way, not good but bad you know. And also it was quite he was quite charismatic, but at the same time he is like he acts too big in a way, so he will fight within the gang, you know. He will create problem within the gang with the gang leaders, you know. He wants his way every time.
Okay.
And when it comes to certain things that the gang needs to be done, he will do it with us but we were just small fry we just followed him. You know, a few small of us, you know. But people started to get scared of us, you know, because we will not just play we will execute things. Execute, not kill but execute whatever needs to be done. Right. So people start to call us the commando.
Means you walk
unit
the talk you don't just
correct.
talk
Yes.
Okay.
But we were a small group of us you know, who do this. And we all carry weapons most of the time everywhere we go.
Oh, betul yang dangerous.
I used to carry an axe. You know what's an axe? Kapak. I think one of them go and steal from the civil defense area or what lah.
So you walk around openly with the axe?
Yeah, we used to go to schools to hunt down people, and I used to carry the axe.
Like normally in movies we see like they will take out from the back.
Yeah,
so you walk around openly?
Yes, I mean necessary then when I take out not like openly. I
Yeah.
would walk
Wait, how big is the kapak?
quite long you know, but I will put it below over here. You
Oh, okay.
know? I mean, I tried putting here, but it doesn't really help. You can't bend down.
The movie style
Yeah, I tried the movie style, but it didn't work. Yeah, last time we have a lot of weapons no, either knuckle duster, samurai sword, all these things you
The
know.
stars and all that.
Because last time different, 1990s there was no smartphone, right? Phones were quite dumb.
The 3GP one.
So now any small thing you got 100 over phone, you know, a small thing they all will be.
CCTVs everywhere.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
last time it's not that bad. So that's why we were more daring to carry weapons. You know, unless you are in an MRT station or what you know, there's real CCTVs. You know, at that point of time. Yeah, so we are more daring to carry weapons, and we will wait until under people's house, wait for them to calm down before we execute them.
Okay.
When I say execute, not kill them.
Execute the mission.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to ask you, what do you think are the main difference between gangsterism now and gangsterism last time back in your time? Like, what are some of the main differences?
Gangsterism now, I'm not so into it, but I would say it's not that bad compared to last time you know. Last time there's a lot of hanging out, especially in coffee shops, you know. A lot of stare, right? Now I don't think there's so much of stare, right? So we also have moved into technology, so more.
So they fight over TikTok more I video you, you video me.
Cyber violence more compared to last time. I mean, probably loan sharks, money lenders are still there. Last time we used to sell, not me but gangs used to sell VCDs, you know, open table, you know, put all the kind of flames you know, on the table in the public, and then until the police come got people watching, you know, then they will grab the whole, cover the whole thing, and then run to save all the
That
goods
was during your time.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
you
quite
do
old
it?
No, I didn't do that. But I have passed by when I see police trying to chase them, and then they running with the bag. Yeah. So last time was quite popular Everywhere they used to sell VCDs like that you know. VCD also, I don't know whether they would know what is VCD. Like generation. You all know?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went through.
My time got pager.
Yeah.
But she would say because you will know.
But back then, right, like now when he tell these stories, right, like you know, right, the last time the gang got a lot of activities, you know. right now, right, from the looks of it, the only things that come out from the news, right, is splash paint, I don't know, vandalism or
Order Grab food then say never pay. Those kind of
something like
method.
that. It's now like more boring. Like back then they have activities. I think that's the reason why a lot more people wanted to join back then.
Yeah.
The camaraderie is better, it's tighter.
Like they were really a bunch of brothers, got a lot of activities to do one.
Yeah.
Because back then very hard to get caught. So like selling CD. Now who want to sell CD?
True.
Yeah.
Now
Plus their
can
mothers
Now
tell
can
them
download.
go out and play. Their mothers
Yeah.
tell them get out. So they get out and meet their friends.
Yeah.
Kak Ana, you also last time. You will a lot of experience, Kak Ana. No, I just want to ask lah, Kak Ana.
Now they're pulling me in.
Yeah.
Yes, how can I help you?
We let David relax for a while. Ask lah. Last time you also got join sisters one.
No.
Really?
Yeah, really.
But you got, you know lah.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I mix with them, but I don't physically do
Oh, you
them.
do mix with
Yeah,
them?
I do mix with them.
Why? Like, is it for the cool part?
No
or
lah,
why?
it's just they're nice people. Yeah, the bonding there is very nice. Yeah, but I just don't participate in whatever that they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Because the sun watching. Okay, I just want to ask, like, last time I think a lot of the people actually join gangs to seem like the cool kid. Was that like part of why you actually joined, or why you were in a gang after gang like all the way, or?
Yeah, as I mentioned, there's this character in my life lah. So who create problem within the gang, and if you want to leave his group or his small group, right, you have to face a lot of consequences lah.
Is that like some kind of ritual? Or you must do this, then I let you go.
Yeah,
kena bayar duit kong.
I mean, we didn't even talk about it. We don't even dare talk about it, about leaving lah.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So sometimes we were just hanging out lah. And I mean, when you all hang out, even as a gang, like, what is your usual activities?
Yeah.
What do you think people will do? Like activity?
Tai tea.
Game,
Cards lah, pokers lah.
Play cards,
Yeah.
Yeah.
drink,
Blackjack.
maybe talk, smoke.
Yeah.
Then what else? I mean, boring. They will go
Boyfriend,
stare
girlfriend.
Square box.
All this
Test
kind of thing.
power.
Square box.
have ah?
What about square box?
See, then who right hand man, who left hand man have?
What do you mean by that?
Like fighting
during
lah.
within the
so
gang.
sparring lah.
Sparring lah.
Sparring lah,
Yeah,
sparring.
sparring lah.
So sparring lah. So we will have that sparring thing also.
Or the one secret thing, like I give one stick and then you all better settle it.
Oh, gudang garam.
Yeah.
Before they
Alam,
stick
gudang
the
garam
match
cannot
last for
lah.
gudang
Gudang garam will never finish. You know. Cannot use
Yeah,
that.
they wait until the thing finish. Might as well use candle
Last
already.
time my square box
No lah,
use
the
gudang garam.
leader will
sia.
smoke.
Last time gudang
The
garam
torture
square
lah,
box.
Square box.
Inside school toilet Jurong West Secondary School.
You all fight house, yeah. What? Longer than UFC fight, you know. No bell to ring one.
Usually one person kicap before the rokok finish.
Does gudang garam still exist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ID would know. Hey, sorry.
Why you throwing people under the bus today?
So yeah, I mean, so sparring was part of it. But
Yeah.
his sparring was that we have to fight until one bleed.
Okay.
He wants to see blood,
First blood lah. First blood.
So, I mean, we are like one group. But why need to like break each other's face before you can stop?
Okay, but what's his main motive
Purpose,
of doing
I
that?
think I don't know lah.
He just sadistic.
Maybe a bit of that.
Sadistic, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of that.
Or nak.
Or he
Yeah.
just want
Want to
show,
see his budak
Yeah.
strong or not?
So
lah,
we
maybe.
will sit down in a bus interchange last time. And then we used to last time we used to hang out in bus interchange, sit down there, look girls, something like that. Then someone passed by, and he doesn't have to be in a gang now. He just have to walk and just glance, and then he said, "Hey, I don't like his face. Go and break it."
Oh,
And we will do that in the middle of the bus interchange. We beat and then run away.
serious? It
Yeah.
was.
For no reason.
So for some reason, we have to fight everywhere we go. Whatever he don't like, we have to beat because he don't like.
Okay.
So that's why we get scared because like, wow, everything around him. I mean, first was fun lah. People respect us. Or this group of guys coming got power one. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
eventually like, wow, too much.
Yeah. How old was he?
He was like about 1 year older or about my age. But he came from boys' home. So we all
Status
didn't
higher.
know. So we didn't have that kind of influence lah, Yeah, and then one of the other guy who joined us was from also boys' home or RTC lah, And then he was not. He was a very good friend. So we became best buddies. I can even say his name lah. His name is Deva, right? So we were very close, and because he was also there and he was a fighter, he was small guy lah, like you can say chili padi kind of thing lah. Small, but he's a super good fighter lah, you know.
Okay.
And
Like
we
Irul
were,
lah.
yeah.
I wanted to say that.
Irul.
You
Someone
only know how
we-
to emo. IG note only where got fighter.
We know someone it's a chili padi.
Is he inside the live right now? Okay, safe.
Hi, Rus.
Okay.
Yeah, so because he was there, so I also stayed on for a while because he was my good friend lah compared to the other guy who was involved. And eventually we came to a point of time, I and he decided to quit. I think we told him, but he couldn't accept it. You know.
Okay.
So we have to MIA lah from him.
Oh,
You know?
have to MIA.
Yeah, we MIA lah. You know.
Just don't
like,
turn up ah.
Last time we don't use the word ghost, right?
Uh-huh.
We ghost him lah. You know. We have to stop after a while, and then we were disappeared from his life for a while.
Did he look for you guys?
He didn't. I don't know whether he did, but he knows that we kind of MIA from him after a while. Then one day, he and I, my friend and I, Deva, went to a club. A club we thought he wouldn't be there, you know, and then boom, he came there.
Oh,
And
shit.
then he break both our face lah.
Keropok ah.
Both of our face. Okay.
Alone.
Yeah lah. We also didn't fight back lah. You know,
Because
we didn't want
the
to.
pangkat
Yes.
lah. Okay.
You know, we didn't think of fighting back. We just know that because we left, we should. It's a consequence lah. That you know, but at least we get it. Then no more.
Just suck
we
it
don't
in and
need
then leave ah.
Yeah, correct.
Was it that bad? Like,
I think I don't know. I think the other guy. Well, yeah, Deva's nose was broken lah. I think for me, maybe bruises here and there. Wasn't that bad lah compared to Deva. Yeah.
Okay, since you have much more experience compared to us lah, definitely. I just want to ask, like, how do the ranks work in gangs? Like, what do you need to do to go up? Like, is there a rank system?
You need to see the HR first lah. No. See whether got promotion.
at Uniqlo should have.
Long service award.
Long service award. Been there, done that 5
The
years.
KPI,
Get pink,
make sure
get
the
badges.
KPI got match.
Save 10.
Got badges.
Okay.
Centaurin.
Bodoh lah, stop lah.
Save 10 kena whack 10 lah. You whack 10 then you get one
Yeah,
badge.
but I heard that's the case, right? Like, you, like, for example, like there's like, okay, you give this mission, for example, and then they say like, okay, whoever do this, and then you go up the hierarchy or something like that. And because I always hear these things say, hantar budak-budak pasal budak-budak banyak nak naik nama. Is for the name, for the street cred lah, I think.
Yes, correct.
Is that how it works?
It used to be like that. Of course, every gang operates slightly
Differently.
different. Probably the Chinese gangs, they have a bit more stronger ritual lah. You know, you need to do like the Japanese, right? You need to cut.
Oh.
You know.
Potong the
So you know, or they have to cut to see blood before they accept you, and you have to achieve certain things before you move out. So things like that have lah. But some gangs are bit more flexible. They see your street cred lah. You know, not they impose on you something, but they see you doing things. They decided to. They see people want to follow you. They will encourage you lah to have your own branch.
Wow. This one they call the sama baju lain butang lah.
Yeah.
Sama baju?
Lain butang.
Butang.
Okay.
So I think the
Saiful learning also today.
That time I want to open my own branch also. Joking.
I mean, if you look at it, there's not much of a ranking or what, like, you know, maybe junior to senior to having your own branch, to headman and maybe senior headman or something like that, right? So there's only a couple of them, lah, you know. Of course, you go 5-5. You know what is 5-5? Section 55, lah, where you are arrested, you are put into jail, but you are not through a court system. There's no release date. You know? There's no. You don't know when you come out. You know, so that's where there are certain categories. You know, there's hitman category, there's a fighter category, and there is a drug category.
They have runners. Runners is also one
Runners,
category.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are few lah, and gunmen. Gunmen is another category.
Gunmen?
Yes. There was one guy in prison. Wow, I don't know how many years he was inside lah. I think 14 years or what. or I don't know 20 years or what. He was for gun lah. Holding a gun, not even shooting. No, I think holding a gun. In the
Possession,
past.
yeah.
Yeah, and he came out after serving the whole so many years. Came out and then died.
Oh.
Allah.
Died?
Yeah.
Why die?
Old already or?
I think old
Old
or
lah.
something happened or what lah.
Natural
thought
causes
yeah.
Wow, that's sad.
I thought
man.
somebody shoot him or something. Yeah.
That means he
Don't
served
give a
that
plot
long.
twist for
Yeah.
this.
He must
Yeah.
have served really long for him to come out and then just give
Yes.
finish. Yeah, sad.
Enjoy life, or
Yeah.
come back freedom. That's it, finish. Yeah.
Okay, talking about prison, about your case, what actually happened? How did it happen?
Okay, I have a series of gang-related offences lah. Probably I went in for 6 cases. 20 over offences lah, but 6 cases that was caught lah. Never caught.
So they
caught
charge you for one time
No,
or
no,
different charges?
Different events.
Ah,
Different events. So 6 events lah in a way. Of course, I went into. Okay. In summary, I did. My first case was when I stabbed the guy because my gang friends were drunk and then they were trying to, steal a car. Last time they do
Grand Theft Auto. Okay.
Last time got like that one. You
Ah.
use the cupboard key, you can open a lot of.
Serious?
Cupboard key?
Cupboard key. The black one. You open. Wow, so many car can open last time. Now I think cannot lah. So they like to open key. A lot of cars, buses even. Still. Right. So
Still
one day,
belongings or still the whole thing?
still the vehicle lah. And then they were right here, right there. Yeah. So
Joyride lah. They were just
joyride
joyride.
lah.
Yeah.
Most of the time. I mean, sometimes still things, but I don't do that lah. But of course, I will be inside the vehicle. But one time they were stealing, and then the owner with his few friends all came.
Got caught
Wrong time.
Gangster also.
I won't say gangster, but they had some weapons or bottles in their car that they used it to smash my friend's head.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was a bit sad lah, and angry. So me and my close friend Deva, we were actually fighting for him lah, So I think about 4 or 5 of them, and then 2 of us.
Ui.
Yeah, so I see the bottle smash. I took the dagger lah. It was a dagger at that point of time I was holding, and then plunge it into his chest lah. The worst part is cannot pull out. Because the dagger, got
The thief
the
thief,
right?
The thief
Yeah.
got stuck in.
So the thief stuck into the thing, and it was right below. Imagine a little bit high. They call it lateral chest. Imagine a little bit more would be the heart. You won't be see me in this podcast already.
Yeah.
So I try to pull up, cannot. I try so hard, also cannot. And then everybody shout police, right?
Yeah.
So I need to run. I was so that's it lah, because my fingerprint all there. That's it. And then we run. We want to take a cab and get out of that area, but sadly no cab. Nobody stopped.
Shit.
Yeah. So
So were you covered in blood at that time?
a little bit lah here and there. It
Okay.
wasn't that bad. So we were confused. We tried to get flag down cars. Nothing stopped. The only thing we could do is to take the bus,
Okay.
because bus is the only one that will stop. And you know what's the interesting? The bus go one round. I thought, eventually we'll get out of this place. The bus went back to the
Loop,
same destination.
Alamak.
You took the loop bus.
We were seated at the back of the bus.
Fuck. Yeah, like you right.
Okay.
So, the same bus stop you took the bus went there again.
Yes.
So you like this, inside right? Confirm right? You like, okay, bro. After that we go out, then we run to somewhere far away. That was the plan, right? That's like, bro, what the fuck? Why are we back here?
And there was a roadblock.
Allah.
There was a roadblock. And all the cars have to stop.
Including the bus.
Except the bus.
Oh, selamat.
So were they already looking for you at that time?
Yes.
For the roadblock?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, how long was the loop?
I don't know,
Until
about 5-10
they can
minutes.
set
Yeah.
up the roadblock all.
I don't know, about 10 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a quick loop, man.
Yeah. Okay, so now the bus can
The
go.
bus go. And then we escaped
Escape
from there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we left. We left the place, and then we went back. Yeah. Yeah, but eventually we were caught lah, for it. Because we were on the run for 2-3 days. We went back. We didn't know if anyone would know, because last time not much CCTVs, not much, right? But it was the area where a lot of my gang friends are, you know.
Okay.
And of course, some of them were caught lah, you know, because they were not there, but they were still caught because they were around that area.
So they just poke your name
Yeah.
put nama
Yes.
Alamak.
In fact, my 6 cases, all 6 cases, the ones who told the police is my own gang friends.
Oh, kena tembak lah.
Auto this one.
That's why there's no such thing as loyalty or what. No. Once you kena go inside, everybody will just whistleblow each other's name.
They want to save their own ass lah, in a way.
Yeah. Even though they are not part of it, also they will still whistleblow. You know? Yeah. Because police also have their way to convince
to
them.
correct you.
Yeah, correct. So,
How long was it before you actually got caught from the incident itself?
3 days lah, about 3 days. Right?
Oh.
So how was it? Like, did they come knocking on your door or what?
So, firstly, they came to. Actually, we were about 6 of us lah. Only 2 of us actually got into the fight, but 6 of us, the usual commando gang lah, group was there. So they went all the 6 of us house lah. You know, I was the last one or second last one. You know, but I realized my friends were uncontactable, but I didn't know why lah. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's when I realized. Then my mom was calling me, asking me, please come back now. No, I need you come back. My mom never ever done that before.
Sabar.
I know what you want to say.
Why your mom call Chris, come back?
No, please come back.
Oh, please. I thought you... Last time your name Chris.
No. Okay, so please come back. Sorry, talk too long until I think water.
I also thought his name Chris.
Yeah, that's why we thought we figured something out.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Please come back.
Please
Okay,
come
so got emotional, right? And then when I came back, I didn't know lah something is going to be wrong lah. Still, you know. Then of course, 2 were waiting on top, 2 were waiting down at my floor. Then just outside my house lah, they arrest me, bring me back, and my mom was crying and things like that.
Yeah.
So it was quite bad lah. The whole block would know someone's getting arrested. Right. So eventually lah, got arrested. Go inside. I tried to hide lah, but eventually I know my friends already tell who was it. And that's when I decided. That's when I realized. I think I wept a bit that day. I'm going to go prison, man. I was like,
This was in 2000 what again?
This was when I was about maybe 16, 17 years old or 17. I think 18 years old.
18 years old.
About 18 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I know I don't know whether I will be even alive. I know because I don't know whether the guy died.
Oh
no.
yeah.
They didn't inform you yet.
Yeah, they didn't, you know.
Okay.
So, yeah, so eventually I was inside for a while and then got a bail, came out. And then eventually I didn't change lah. I still go back to fight. Because this guy who I was following, he didn't like me to stop. He want me to continue fighting.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
still got other gang events and then I was still.
Did you like go and ask? Did you spill my name? Like, did you pauto me? Did you go and ask like?
Yeah,
I
when
mean,
that
they
whole
told
thing
me.
happened,
Yeah.
your boss do what?
I mean, they know who did it lah, you know.
Oh, even so, this is the same guy that broke your Deva's nose, right?
Yes, but not
Also,
he
he
did it
still
lah.
call you lah.
Yeah, he still call me.
Ah,
But
okay.
we know the guy who leaked my name, you know, but we can't do much lah. He's still part of the gang. I mean, yeah lah, we didn't really do. I think he also MIA in a way lah.
Oh, so
The guy
there
who
was
leaked-
no confrontation.
Yeah.
Did any of the Chinese guy that you stabbed his friends all or family members like look for you?
No, they don't know lah. I don't think they will know at that time.
Okay.
Probably now, huh? Yeah. But that was like what age? 18. They all probably very old already. 70 years old now, huh?
They might forget
That time they
already
were
also.
about 30, 40, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
not young.
No.
So
Okay,
most probably
Their
not using.
uncles, yeah.
Most probably not using TikTok lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are
Hopefully
also, they are
lah.
70s, 80s.
Hopefully not using lah.
Hopefully not
Or they
using.
send their grandchildren.
Akong, see you this one. Maybe this guy Akong. See this guy.
He go to my school the other day. Oh my god.
Right. So when you were inside, like how was the how was life inside? I mean, like you mentioned, you already got the street cred from the sound of it.
Yeah.
So I hear that people will with street cred inside easy life. Is it true?
Not necessary lah. I mean, that time we were in remand, so we were at this prison. It doesn't exist anymore. We call
Okay.
it QRP lah, Queenstown Remand Prison. You know?
Okay.
And of course, when you're sentenced, you're wearing blue shorts and white t-shirt lah. You know, but when you're remand, you'll be brown shorts.
Oh, the Queenstown prison, that one, the ulu place one, right? Like inside.
should be lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now no more already lah.
Okay,
Now
okay.
everything moved to cluster. Already.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we were there, of course, there were many people and there were all different. I mean, for me, first time it's not going to be like I did something. Outside can
Culture shock
but
in a
inside
way.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, I don't want anyone come and ask me to put the soap down or what lah. That one really happy. Yeah, we don't know. So we don't know what to expect in prison. You know? So for me, I was more with fear than because my friends are not there anymore. Honestly, are gangs, right? You with your group only, you sasat lah, you all the macho, But when you're alone,
Different story.
right? Unless you are a boxer lah, That's different,
yeah.
right? But most of the time, when our group is not there, we tend to
You
be
feel
different.
vulnerable lah.
Yes, feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I was I was really waiting to cry, but I can't lah because prison mah. If I cry with people will laugh at me. But that was my thinking lah. Wow, when can I cry? In prison bilik or we call it bilik lah, cell lah. Also, people are there. I cannot cry in front of them lah. The only time I could cry was my mom's first visit. Then I cannot tahan already. I see her face. I
How
try
long
to-
was that? Like since your remand, then you
About
see her?
2 weeks lah. 2 weeks later. Yeah, because they need to apply for approval to come in to visit lah.
How was the first ever visit from your mom? Like, what was the
I mean,
emotions like?
yeah.
You were 18 somewhere. Like, was really, really young.
I mean, outside we don't really appreciate our family that much. I mean, if they come near to us, we don't even hug them or say I love you to them. But when I was inside, I wish I can give her a hug. But I can't because there's a glass panel. You just can talk to them. And it's like, even though they give 20 minutes, it's like 2 minutes. It's so fast, right? And then there are people also beside shouting at each other. So sometimes you can't hear clearly. And you just wish you have more time with her. But outside, we don't really appreciate lah. So that was really a valuable time for me. Like every word that she says, every word, and she was assuring me so much, don't worry, I will bail you out. And I will bail you out. And
She was giving you strength.
yeah, she was giving me strength. And that was not my first case, I was I came out, I fight again with my friends. I went in again for another case, rioting. And then I came out, second bail, which my relatives helped to bail me out, extra bail money. And then I came out few months later, I still go and fight again. And then went in, and then the judge said no more bail offered.
Oh, okay.
So it was the second time where they have to raise the bail. That's when I was crying, in remand. And then she came to say, I will raise the money. She find ways to go and raise the money to bail me out at the second time.
How much was the bill? Don't mind me asking.
Last time and now it's a bit different. Now it's a bit more premium and higher lah. But last time it was about 15K.
15K?
Yes.
Oh, back then also
Yeah,
still...
and we are poor family lah. So we
Yeah.
don't have cash like that just to show.
But it's still a big amount for back then. One.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
1990s lah.
How many siblings do you actually have?
Two of us. But two of us also. I mean, I follow my brother quite a bit lah. Even though he's not really a fighter, but I got influenced to join gangs because.
So he was also in a gang.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about in psychology we call it agents of socialization, where we like to follow whatever our elder siblings do. If they are in a gang, we also want to be in a gang. If they have a tattoo, we also like to have a tattoo. So I got most of my time I get my inspirations from him lah. In a way. Yeah, and maybe I want to be like him, things like that. Yeah, so so he was also inside for a while lah, but eventually it's not as bad as my one lah. But like I say, I went in a couple of times. I mean, it's quite sad lah to see my mom seeing me not changing, going back in again for fighting. The third time until the judge said I cannot give you any more bail lah. You go back in. Yeah, so I was inside, right? But the third time it was when I didn't want to fight after the second time because my mom worked so hard to bail me out. She even took a loan and things like that. She needed to sell the house to bail me. Because one of the property agents said, okay, I can get you a loan, but you need to put your house, sell your house or something like that. So she got kind of a bit of scam lah, but she needed to raise that money so she can bail me.
So she put the house on mortgage or something like that.
something like that. And she went through a lot lah. She was
Desperate lah to help you out.
And she was even have to be, my dad and her also have to be homeless lah for a while. That was later on in life, because they couldn't get, so about 6 months they had to rent a place just because of this whole thing mess that I got them into. Yeah, so it was quite bad for them lah, but she didn't give up. She still comes to visit me. I was in total of 8 years and I got 18 strokes of the cane. Right, so and she never gave up visiting me lah. There are times that she's sick and she's in pain. She was still, and coming to prison to visit is not an easy thing. It's a hot sun, long walk. It's very far away. It's right Ulu and Changi, right? So you have to travel all the way just to come for 20 minutes. Yeah. And last time there's no tele visit, so everything was direct, face to face visit. Yeah.
And still, you never change you after.
Even that I didn't change lah. Okay, so at that time, the third time, there was no bail offered. Eventually, and of course she has to pay for lawyers and things like that. I went in for about 18 months. I got sentenced for 32 months, but after some remission and things like that, I went in for about 18 months. And when that 18 months, I didn't plan to change. I planned to come out to fight again when I was inside. Why? Because just before I went in the first time, my best friend was murdered.
Oh.
You mean Deva?
Yes, correct.
Oh, Deva was murdered.
Yes. So, it was April 1st, Imagine the April Fool joke.
Yeah. So you were expecting it to be a joke lah.
Yeah. So recently I also posted this video on my TikTok as well, talking about us going to world music, and then we decided to go to the beside 7-Eleven lah nearby, which is actually Little India. Just in front of the hawker center, the market there lah. There's a 7-Eleven. So we were drinking there, and then people tell lah that we were there. So all the rival gangs, were in a different birthday party or something, and then they decided to come over lah and do something bad to us. Not because of course we were saints also lah. Before the incident, I think about maybe 2 weeks to 1 month ago, my gang friends, which is not me and Deva and all lah, but my gang friends went to find this rival gang member in an MRT station and stabbed him, I think about 11 times, and one went right into his spinal cord, which got him to be paralyzed waist down, and he was young lah. We were 19 years old, So of course they will want to take revenge, right? Because I think our values are all messed up lah, in a way, And it's like you take one eye, I take one eye.
Tit for tat,
yeah. As Gandhi would say, an eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind. So, but of course, Indian movies lah, everything also must end with fight. Good guy also must end with fight. So, I think it became a very big influence in our life lah. Everything must fight. So, so eventually they decided to get us back lah for paralyzing their friend. And they ambushed us. So, this was actually about 3 gangs, I think about 30 to 40 of them ambushed us in 7-Eleven. We were about maybe 10 of us. But all my friends were drunk.
Okay.
All were drunk, and I was the only one who was not drunk. I didn't drink that night, And I could see people hiding behind vans and different vehicles. I see, but I thought, why would people be hiding, right? I didn't sense something was amiss lah, at that point of time. And eventually, when they charged forward, that was then I realized, oh my goodness, tonight we are dying, And I was the first one to run actually. Because I was curious lah, who is this guy coming? So I moved forward in front of them. I was ready to fight because my friends all were drunk. All of them take parang. I want to fight. What? I will be butchered, Damn. But I don't know what struck me. Instead of turning around and running, in the direction they were coming, I run past them. I ran past them. And they didn't want to turn around to chase me. They just want to move forward. So
you didn't get attacked at all?
Yes.
Reverse
God
psychology.
save you.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
But there was a pillar lah. There was a pillar, so I just passed through the pillar. Maybe they didn't see
see
them.
you.
Yeah.
So eventually, I just run past them, but I couldn't go back to fight lah. Like I said, right, we have no weapons. We are not heroes.
Yeah.
And I was nearby lah. And I don't know what to do. At that point of time. Then I think after and then police we can hear all the sirens and everything lah. So then about 10 minutes later, I'll call my friend. No one respond. Then we wait. I think I found another friend who also escaped at that night.
Okay.
Yeah, so two of us were waiting, and then
So you still around the area?
yeah, a little bit further, but still in Little India.
Yeah.
And then I called my friend, and then eventually they picked up.
Uh-huh.
Then they said, we are in the hospital. Then they said two of them are seriously injured lah. So
So some of them did get to escape as well. Like escape, not injured as
yes.
bad lah. Okay.
not as bad, but few of them were injured lah. I think they said two of them were hospitalized lah. So they were all there. And then we said okay, we will come over there. So we went there and then to see what happened lah. So two of us went over there quickly and checked with them lah. They said two of them are in critical condition.
One of them was Deva lah.
One of them was Deva. And eventually, I say, okay, I'm leaving for now lah, because there were a lot of police there. And the police know that the two of us just came, to check on them. So they assume that we are not part of it lah. So they allow us to leave. Right? So we left and I went back home, took a short nap. The morning I came back to that same area to see what happened. To see where the blood are, what it is. I couldn't see much because Little India are covered with foreigners, so a lot of things couldn't see. Yeah, I just went to pray for him and then just wait for the call lah. Then eventually, the gang leader called me, who was there. Actually, they came for him lah. The guy who they wanted him, but he was there. It was his birthday actually. April 1st was his birthday actually. So they actually came for him, but he was not the one who got anything happen lah. To a bad situation. So he called me and then he was crying and then he said Deva died. And I said, you must be joking, right? So I mean, we were 19. How can we accept death is real?
Yeah.
Or murder is real?
Yeah.
We were so young. We thought, okay, fights, bruises, blood, yes, but death, that was not something we were expecting. And so at that point of time, I didn't believe him. He scolded me, he shouted at me. I still cannot believe, But then it slowly started to sink into me like maybe he is telling the truth. Yeah, so he said the body will be coming down to his place. We are going there. So I need to see his body before I believe, So yeah, but I slowly started to cry lah, That is really my best friend is gone for good lah, So we went down lah, I went down to the funeral. But most of them are already in the station, still arrested, still cannot come out, But I went down to see whether it's real, and then yes, there was the funeral, things were happening. Then I realized, damn, I think it's true already. And you know what is so interesting? The guys who came to kill him, right? Although they were on the run, because eventually I think CCTVs and police were CIDs and SSBs were trying to find them. But part of their gang came in a lorry to his funeral in the morning to hunt more of us down.
Seriously?
Shit.
During a funeral?
Yes. And only two of us were there, And I thought, what, today, damn, I have so much anger, I want to fight. But two of us, a whole lorry of them, what could we do? Yeah, so we couldn't, we just hide one corner until they leave lah,
Also, they did came to just create chaos or?
Yeah. I could see there were weapons and all as well lah, in a way. Yeah.
Oh my.
So yeah, it was like they were coming for round.
So Deva's family members were there.
They were on the top lah. We were down at the void deck.
Okay. So they were just looking for familiar faces to attack lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think of course they know it's not right to come, not appropriate to come in the night time because our gang will be there. So if they come also, definitely it's going to be a bad. Yeah. So yeah, eventually my friends were released, and then, but at that time, the gang leader told me lah, one of them, his hand was like, chopped off this part. You know, they eventually put a metal plate lah. But Deva was like brutally kind of slaughtered, chopped down lah. Deva's a fighter lah, so he actually fight back. In fact, you know, he was fighting back and he was attacking them even though they were slashing him and things. But I heard this was in prison. You know, I heard from someone who told them the story. The one of them who hated him take the dagger, plunge it into his chest, and then just drag it down. You know?
So that's what
So
got
much
you.
Yeah, and my gang friends, they carried him to the middle of the road of Little India, asking for vehicles to stop and all. Nobody wanted to stop because they see so much blood. You know?
They didn't want to get involved.
Yeah, eventually they managed to catch a lorry lah, a pickup truck that allowed them to put him inside. Yeah. And you know what was one of his last words? He said, "Don't worry, we will get back at them." That was his last word.
Okay.
So he's really a fighter lah, in a way, you know. And yeah, but they couldn't save him. I think 2 hours later he died in Tan Tock Seng Hospital, you know. Yeah.
So did they manage to close the case? Like, who did it to him?
Yeah, I mean they did find the people.
Yeah.
I mean there were like 40, but they only arrested about 10. You know, the rest probably were not caught or what lah. You know, and then they were all charged with. Of course, their lawyer was the best lawyer, which is who was the best lawyer at that time? You all know. No?
What's his name?
I remember his face, but I don't remember his name. Passed away already, right?
Yeah.
S.
What's his? Oh my god.
I can see his face, but what's his name? Subhas
Subhas
Anand.
Anand. Yeah. Old OGs will know. Right. Yeah. You
Never
should read
engage
this
one.
one. Yeah.
Never engage one.
wanted to lah, but then the IO also never come.
Yeah.
Bodoh, he's not around anymore lah, bodoh.
Huh? I know.
No,
I said
maybe
I wanted to
You
want
engage
to
lawyer.
experience
He has a good book
Oh.
lah of some of his famous
Yeah, he
cases.
released
Right?
one, Okay.
Yeah, he has a book. I forget what's the name. So he was their lawyer lah. So eventually he managed to fight for them.
Wow.
Of course, in terms of when there is no intention to kill, you won't really be hanged lah. You know, I think they make it clear that they have no intention to kill lah. But although
They play the
actions,
circumstances.
their actions
Yeah.
know that they came to do that lah. You know, but they are not going to admit that they have intention to kill, right? So the judge always look at intentions. But eventually, you're thrown into Section 55. I think some of them just 5 years came out already. Like fighter, right? Fighter only 5 years.
Yeah.
Not even hitman, right? So most of them 5 years, 7 years, they came out already. And yeah, I mean, that's it lah, you know. And then they came out. Of course, we wish. You know what was interesting is that when I came in, I went to the hall, the prison hall, where most of them were, and I stayed. I was staying in the same hall that they were.
Then were you not like
Any
agitated?
confrontations?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, there were confrontations, but of course, when I first, I had to choose between two prisons. One is what we call Tanah Merah prison, lah, you know, and one is Changi. You know, I wanted to go to Changi because most of them were Tanah Merah. You know, I don't want to go there, and then we got another fight. You know, I don't know, I will be killed or not. You know, so that was my thinking at the point
Like
of time.
serving yourself lah.
Yeah. So I decided I want to go Changi. But then I told myself I'm going to be in for... That time I went in again for... and I took revenge and all that. So I went in for him. And I was inside for... I was charged with CT, blue collar. CT is like corrective training. And I was charged for about 6.5 years. 6 years plus another half year remand. So the first 18 months and then 6.5 years, a total of 8 years I was inside. So... The time I was inside, I realized 6 years I'm going to be inside. You know, I don't want to waste my time just being in prison. So I thought maybe I want to study. You know, I didn't study when I was outside. You know? Yeah. I was in Sec 3. My Sec 3 was my favorite year. I was in class for 3 years. I loved the class so much. I just don't want to leave the class.
Okay.
Sec 3 until kena sack from school lah.
So retain
Love
for
so
3
much
years.
lah.
Yeah,
Until that
3
long.
years retain. Yeah. My principal gave me a chance to go N-level lah, you know. Even though I failed all 3 years, but still cannot lah. I gave up. If your mind say you give up, nobody can.
That's it lah.
Yeah. Of course, I did odd jobs. I was working humiliating jobs, even washing toilets in a mall. that was because I have no education,
Yeah.
you know, and that was the path I chose, lah, you know. But then decided I want to study in prison. I think partially because there's time. Secondly, also bring pride to my mother, lah, in a way, because, you know, I did nothing to help her. You know, so maybe this would be the best time to do something for her, lah. You know, bring pride to her, you know, for all the things that she did for me. So I decided I want to study, and I had a vision, lah. So I want to do since I got time, I want to go and study for N levels, O levels, A levels for about 4 years in total, and then come out, go to university. You know, so that was my plan. But the only thing is, if I want to study, I need to go Tanah Merah. That means I need to face that.
Face the
The
rival
course
gangs
is
lah.
there lah.
Yes, the course is there. If I don't go, I cannot. Right? There are only 2 prisons that allow study. One is KBC, Kaki Bukit. That is for medium security. So maximum security prisoners like me don't get to go there. You can escape one. They escape, we escape. So we have to go to the maximum security, and only Tanah Merah has studies there with teachers and all. I told myself I have to make this call. If I want a future, am I able to face them? You know, or just stay in Changi, relax with all my other gang friends, but build no future for myself. So it was a tough call, but I decided to make a call and say I want to go to Tanah Merah. Never mind, I'll face them. So when I went there, but I did talk to the officer, lah. You know, I did talk to the officer in Tanah Merah
To preempt them lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at that point of time, Tanah Merah was also known as the gangsters' paradise.
Huh?
Okay, gangsters' paradise. We have fights, riots, especially I don't want to reveal names lah, but all the Malay community gangs lah, quite huge. Very huge. They can riot to a very big extent in that time. Everybody is like afraid. So in order to stop riots, the intelligence officers, or one main officer, we call him, is Mr. Lee lah, but we call him Pai Kia Lee. So he's very in charge of taking care of all the gangs and secret societies in the prison. So all the secret societies will be sent there.
Okay.
You know, and then even the yard time, yard is like a public outdoor space. Then they have benches for you to sit. But every bench, we call it in Hokkien, we call it Tiao Ka lah. You know, all the different benches are different gangs. You can only, whoever sit in the bench, we know which gang you are from.
Their houses are in a way.
Yes. You know.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah. So everything is prepared for gangsters in there. Yeah. And during Hari Raya, Deepavali, you can call your gang members from different hall to come and visit together in the prison office room to discuss whatever you want to talk. You all got problem with other gang, you can tell the officer, he will allow them to come to you to meet together, and then you all can talk settlement talk.
There lah.
So very cool last time.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I don't think that kind of thing exists lah. You know, but at that time we had all that. You know, because riotings were quite common in that prison.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I was there, he already told me lah. I also told him, hey, all the people who killed my friend are here. I want to study. You're going to put me with them. You have to see what's going to happen lah. You know. So I think he also warned them lah. You know, not to do anything to me. Of course, they also upset because firstly we did the paralyzed thing, and then they killed my friend, and then after that I took revenge and did a few of them, and one of their hitmen as well. You know, there are certain things that happen lah. You know, that was when I came in for a longer term.
Okay.
So of course they want.
They're waiting for you lah.
The next thing is they should do it to me lah. You know, of course. But of course they did hold back. You know, and that was good lah. You know, eventually they held back at that point of time not to do anything. Of course, one or two confronted me lah later on. You know, but I had to make a call. You know, I want to really study. If I do throw one punch, just one punch, which I think I can easily, you know, because the way they provoke me, but I will lose my entire future. I will not be able to study in prison. I will not have a future. I can't do anything.
You will go back into the loop again and again.
And all it takes is just one punch, one retaliation for me. So I had to hold back all my ego with so much of effort not to throw that punch on that person who's trying to provoke me lah. So that was at that time. And sometimes one small action major consequences.
In what
right?
ways like they provoke you? Like how did they provoke you?
So I think the leaders told this one of their senior members to come and try to find a way to provoke me lah. You know? I think they also know that maybe they know I'm going to go to school. I waited in the lockup for about 14 months before I was allowed to go to school. So they were there also, and they didn't want me to go to school. Probably, maybe I don't know because it was just about me. Anytime going to go school, then that is when they try to pick a fight, so they can get me to stay there or what, you know. I mean, they try to humiliate me with certain words and, you know, try to like show lah that you want to fight that person lah. You know? Yeah. And I just have to stay calm and cool lah, you know. And of course, I'll go back to my bilik, my prison cell, and just get very intense lah. But I can't show it anything. You know, I just have to endure. I just need to get out from this hall so I can go to study. You know. Because once I go there, then of course I go into a different mode. You know, I can really study and you know, be better. Yeah. So it was tough lah, but I think I'm so glad I didn't really retaliate at that point of time lah. You know, yeah. Of course, some of them became a bit friends with me. Right, they were nice to me. A few of them lah.
From you mean the rival gangs?
Yeah, the rival gangs. There were about 3 gangs, you know. So one of the rival gang, some of them became friends with me. Not say like close friends lah, but they were nice to me, you know. So, but some of them still have a big
issue.
vendetta.
A grudge, they have a grudge on you.
Correct. Yeah, so eventually I was transferred. I started to study, you know, and of course I went there to study. I told the vice principal, hey sir, please put me into N-level class this year, can or not? Then he was like, huh? You never even passed Sec 3 when you're outside. Why should I put you into N-level class? Right. Right. So that was how it was. Right. And then I was thinking, oh my goodness. I told him, sir, I have only like 5 years plus lah. You know, I want to do 1
So
year.
you calculated nicely
lah.
lah.
So there's this famous quote: begin with the end in mind. You know, you think about your vision. You know your end point. You know how to work your way. So my end point was when I step out of the prison, I want to get a ticket to university.
Okay.
But I know 5 years ahead, I don't know what can happen. But I had that vision. I had that end in mind. So I told the officer, sir, I want to do 1 year N level, 1 year O level, 2 years A level in prison. Then when I wait for another 8 months for the result, then I can go to university. He said, wow, very good plan. But you never pass your Sec 3, go to Sec 3.
Allah.
That was very sad. Right? But I told him, sir, give me one chance. Just one chance. Let me try an N level paper.
Okay.
Then he said, why? You know, you can't even do Sec 3. He said, sir, you let me try. Then next day, he passed me an N-level maths paper and an English paper to try.
Okay.
Right. And I did all the question and I scored. He never tell me the marks, but I scored so high and I think so. Until he looked at me and then he said, okay, next Monday, I think that was a Friday or Thursday. He said, next Monday, you go to N-level class.
Wait, but during this period, you were not studying for it, right?
So what happened was when I was in lockup, that 14 months, you know, actually 6 months, they early asked me to go and work. But I didn't want to work in prison because the life is a bit more luxurious. You get food because you got salary. Of course, in prison, the salary is not that much. You know, you all know roughly how much? If you are cookie, like, you know, bring plate and everything, you know, you are paid $1.50 per week.
Okay.
So a month is
$1.50 a week.
times 4 weeks,
$6.
$6. A year would be about $72. Yeah, what you can do with that, right?
Yeah,
of course, but your life is better lah. You get extra bread, you get extra snacks, you got TV.
You can move around and all that.
So this is what we call instant gratification. Instant shock. You enjoy now, you know. But go out, nothing. There's no future. Right? I realize I want to have delayed gratification, delayed shock. Never mind, I don't enjoy all these privileges. I get only my certificate, but at least go out, I got a future. So I had to tell the officer, no, I don't want to work. Let me wait until you allow me to study. He said, you want to wait, right? He made me wait 14 months. Yeah, but at that 14 months, I didn't just like wait for them to like, pick the petals now. He loved me, the officer loved me, not love me. No, it wasn't like that, you know. I was more like, okay, this is what you want to give, right? You want me to wait? I don't want to wait
Doing nothing.
passively. I want to wait actively. So I went to the officer to request for a particular book, most of them, if it's normal book, you don't need to make particular requests. Of course, they have to censor which book can bring in. Everybody want to bring sexy magazine, right? Cannot, right? So I went to the officer. He thought I'm going to ask for some special magazine. So I said, no, sir, I want to bring in maths assessment book.
The 10-year series and all that.
The officer look at me, you mad or what? You siao are you? People want to relax here, you want to study in the lockup. Right? Eventually I got my books lah. Eventually I got my books, and then I was thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to study? Because the book is here. And when I was holding the book, my hand was shaking. Maths. I've never been excited about maths in my life before, And I get excited to go and do the problem sum, but what I realized is that I don't have pen or pencil.
Yeah.
Because in prison, lockup, they won't give you all the... You go to study, they will give. Because pencil is also a weapon, right? So, no pen or pencil, how to study.
Okay.
Right? So, the only way I could study, is to use my mental calculation. So, every question, I will look at the question, do all the working in my mind, check the answer. If wrong, then I'll go back, I do all the working, and I finish the whole book just by using my mind. Yeah. And that is the power of our mind. That we outside we got so much resources, right? We got best tuition, we got a lot of help, Google, everything, but we still complain. Inside, I don't even have a pencil, but I still could do the problem sums if I want to. And that helped me to get to N level the next week, because I prepared myself for the war lah. I don't just wait passively. I took action. I made an active approach. And that is what got me to go N levels, which eventually had me to go to O levels and A levels and all. So when I did my O levels in prison, I think I got about 5 distinctions. That was really good lah, and probably one of the top students. And also, I had to do my A levels there, but my A levels, if I do there, it's going to be self-study. They don't have teachers for A levels. I thought, when there's no teachers, it's going to be very tough. The motivation will drop. So I was just hoping and praying I'll get a chance to go Kaki Bukit, to allow to do my A levels there. They got teachers, and they said CT cannot, for all the years CT cannot. But eventually, the year I finished my O levels, they allowed CT to go to Kaki Bukit to study.
Lucky.
I was the first batch to be able to go there, and it was really God's gift lah. Because it was also on my birthday. Exactly my birthday morning they open. I thought they're going to celebrate with me, bring cake or what. I said okay, transfer
A level.
Really, I was really glad that I was able to go to Kaki Bukit and study my A levels there. Kaki Bukit is a very fun place lah. They have CCA all, things like real school like that. And so we had a lot of fun as well, and I studied there. I got leadership opportunities as well. But what was also interesting, maybe this part I want to share, is that when I was slowly changing my life lah. Eventually, started to believe in God. Started to go for chapel at that point of time, and then I told my gang friends I want to be out of gang. I want to follow God lah. I want to be a good person. They say cannot, because you want to keluar baju, you have to go out and do lah. Don't do here lah. You want to come out, don't do in prison. So I was okay, but I didn't hang out with them anymore. Sometimes they will see me in the corner praying and all lah. What this guy doing? This guy go mad or what?
How your friend got kacau
Yeah, they kacau a lot.
Lagi gangster ni.
They'll come back.
This one now sembayang, now belajar, bodoh. What were the things said to you?
What were the things? Of course lah, they will laugh at me. They will mock at me. They will think, that as though I'm possessed or what. They will do all these things lah. They will come. In a way, you can say possessed lah. There's a new obsession.
They see you so determined lah.
So I so wanted out of this lah. But what was interesting is that for 6 months when I was changing my life, when I was going, really pursuing God in a way, one of my leader, he's a senior head man. He was also inside for charges lah, for different cases. He was there. He came to me one day and asked me, "Hey, I realize you're not fake. You really real. You really consistent. That means you're not faking it like that what we thought, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe it
yeah.
will be short-lived or what, you know. And he came to me and then he said, hey, can I join you to your service? You know? And then he started to join me as well.
Okay.
So I think one thing that I realized is that if no matter how bad your past is, right? If you want to change and the first part you will be the hardest.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people laugh at you, mock at you, they won't believe you're going to change. But if you pass through that and you just keep to the next phase, right? You show you're consistent. They also want you to be like you.
Yeah,
They,
yeah,
they
yeah.
also want to change. They know, hey, someone can change. There is hope. There is hope. So some of them got hope. That, you know, and not just them, you know, not just this incident. I mean, even when I came out, I saw people who wanted to kill me come to me and then they say, I'm still very angry with you, but I respect you because not many Indian could achieve what you achieve. Change. And that is helpful because in not many people can change and from, you know, an extreme to another extreme in a way. Yeah. So when I went to the new KBC, I wanted to start fresh you know, because that was helpful because I don't need to be involved in the gang activities. And so that was helpful for me to pursue my studies and all that. So I did my N levels, O levels, A levels in prison. And then I wanted to go and study. I don't know what to study. So I got a ticket to go university. I got some good grades and I wanted to go to maybe NUS, you know, do social work, you know, help people. You know, I've been hurting people, killing people, hurting people, you know, but now I want to help people. So I thought apply for social work and psychology. So I got into psychology in NUS.
Okay.
I was so happy, you know, wow, my vision came true. But there was a flaw. My brother who helped me to apply because outside must apply, my inside. He didn't declare I was in prison.
Shit.
Yeah. And then I told him we cannot lie. Go and tell them that I am coming out from prison. I'll be out for the class, but I am in prison. So he went and declared.
Okay.
Automatically, they reject my approval.
Oh, fuck.
What happened to second chance?
Yeah, I think probably from their perspective is that
Cannot lie.
they don't know the real story, you know. That I'm the one who wants them to know. I didn't know my brother did that. I mean, he want to protect me but it wasn't right. And so I went and, you know, eventually I was broken because NTU don't even want to respond when I declare. He declared to SMU and NTU. He didn't declare to NUS. He was a bit scared, you know. But NTU totally after declare never even contact. SMU also I think didn't contact, right? So after the declaration, but then inside there was a counselor you know, and this counselor saw me very sad. He came to me, even though he's not my counselor, he's a prison counselor. He came to me. His name is Jason Wong, and then he came to me and said, "Why you so down today? What happened?" I told him everything. He listened to my story, and then eventually, what was so interesting is he went and wrote into SMU or called SMU, and asked them to come and interview me. And then SMU came to prison to interview me after his call. Right. So he gave them the real story, you know, and he came to prison. The dean of social sciences came to prison and interviewed me, and they said they were very happy, and they gave me a scholarship to study in SMU. I mean, that was really, really helpful.
Nice, man.
Yeah. So I got into SMU just 1 month before school start. I was released, so everything was
just
really
nice,
good.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then when I went to SMU, there was a whole different saga, you know, because going to university is not easy. The first time I took a bus, let's say I stay in Bedok, to go to city where my school SMU is right in the middle, where Plaza Singapura, SOTA, all this. So I took a bus to go there. I ended up in Changi Airport. I don't even know how to take a bus, you know. And then go to school, everybody.
Was there that much change when you come out? Like when you look at
Yes.
Singapore, like really a lot of changes.
Yeah, I mean, my time when I came out, someone will ask me, "Hey, you got Facebook?" I don't know what they were telling to my face. They say, "You got Hotmail?" I don't know how hot the mail was. You know? I was like, there was social media. Last time don't have all these things, you know. Internet was very weak, you know, at that point of time. So all these were very new. And even foreigners who come to Singapore, right? They they might have something similar, like you know, they don't have friends, they are new to some things, but at least they know social media. They know how to type very fast because they have experience, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like how to type also like, where's the next letter?
Yeah.
How to study like that.
In
That was-
university.
Yes. Because in prison you don't get to use
Yeah,
computer.
yeah,
mah.
yeah,
Does your classmates know that you just came out at that time?
No, because why would I go and tell them? And then everybody will
Yeah, that's the
ostracize
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Correct. Their pencil loss also, they'll say, must be this guy. lah, you know, correct.
Actually, I got one question. Like,
Okay, Saiful, but before you ask that question, we're going to take a short break first. And then we're going to get back to David's. We're going to ask this question. How did you actually adapt to life after 8 years of being inside? Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to see you guys in just a bit. Thank you so much, guys, to everyone that has listened to the first part of our episode with David King.
Yeah.
We really did not expect that there's going to be a second part. But yeah, the stories were really amazing.
Yeah,
And I'm
definitely.
really looking forward to hear more about life after prison and whatever that he has achieved after that as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, guys, we're not going to even talk about the sponsor anymore.
Yeah.
See you guys in the next episode later. Ciao.
Cakap betul, tak ada soro-soro, ini podcast cakap betul. Tak ada soro-soro, ini podcast cakap betul. Tak ada soro-soro, ini podcast cakap betul. Tak ada soro-soro. Siapa-siapa boleh go, semua kita undang. Siapa berani masuk, jangan sebat temberang. Al-Kisah bikin panas macam goreng pisang, itu sudah terang. Panggil semua geng yang minat turun, jom masuk ke langgang. Jom masuk studio, dah berapa banyak idol, kita kasih sampai viral. Al-Kisah dapat title, ini Sembang Panas. It's not for the weak, ini Sembang Panas. Real life on the mix, boom. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas.